Day 35. A month and 5 days since you've been gone. And I think I'm gonna be counting until God knows when. Because it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. This is literally a nightmare that never ends, and I know it'll never end. I will forever love Angel. I will forever miss him. But I decided that today I was going to share with everyone what I have heard people say about my husband. So many people have reached out to me to tell me their experience with Angel. And I ask whoever can hear this, whatever your experience with my husband was, please reach out to me and let me know. I love Angel so much. And honestly, I didn't know that after his death, I will continue loving him more. I love him even more now for other reasons that I didn't know. Somebody reached out to me the other day and just told me how grateful they were to meet Angel. They told me how Angel would give them encouraging words, and one person reached out to me and told me that there was a time where he had no food and he had nothing to eat, and he prayed to God and said, God, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I trust you, God. And that entire week, while he was on zero in his bank account, the entire week Angel would invite him to eat lunch with him. He told me he didn't tell Angel about his situation, but Angel would just go up to him and say, hey, let's go have lunch together. And I believe that I know that there are more stories like that out there about Angel, the kind of man that he was. I have said many times that he wasn't perfect. But just like that song says, nobody's perfect, but you're perfect for me. Nobody's perfect. He used to love R&B. So, just like that song says, Angel was perfect for me. He was, as the Bible says, that the two shall become one. We were one. Even in the midst of our difficult and hard times, we were one. And I just wanted to share that little tidbit on who Angel was. He was a kind man. He was funny in a doofy kind of way. He always knew just what to say to make you smile. He was just, people used to call him a gentle giant, because that's exactly what he was. I remember one time we were in a gasoline station and he's getting coffee and I'm getting some snacks, and I'm paying at the register, and all of a sudden he runs outside and I'm like, what the heck? So I tell the cashier, I was like, hold on one second. I thought something was happening in the car or something. So I ran outside after him and I told the register, I'll be back. I didn't take the stuff. I didn't want him to stop me, But I ran out and I'm like, what happened? He was breaking up a fight outside. Two people were fist fighting and he's in the middle refereeing, making sure that they stop. And I look at him and I'm like, babe, do you know these guys? Like, what's going on? He's like, no, guys, come on. We shouldn't be doing this. Come on. Like, just bringing peace. And that's who Angel was. He would always try to bring peace in the midst of chaos. It's funny because many years ago in Divine Unity, in a ministry that I was a part of, for all my DU family, DU, everybody had a spiritual name, and they called me Peace. So my spiritual name is Peace in the ministry, just like a nickname. But I took that to heart, because when I wasn't at peace, I would speak peace over me. And that word has resounded in my spirit for many, many years. In the midst of chaos, in the midst of our problems, in the midst of our separation, in the midst of everything that we went through, I always spoke that word peace over me. And I believe that God brought Angel to my life to be able to magnify and to be able to manifest that peace over my life. Because he was a peacemaker. He didn't want anybody upset. He wanted everybody to be chill because he was chillaxed, He was a great man. And today I mourn the loss of an amazing man. And I love him. And it's been 35 days. I can't believe it. It's just unbelievable that it's been 35 days since he's been gone. And I want to thank everybody who has been there for me and for my family. But I ask you, reach out to me. Tell me a story about Angel. I want to know about him in your life. I know in one of my videos, you will see the memorial service and the testimonies that everybody said that their encounter with Angel and how their relationship with Angel was. And I urge everyone to look at that video. But in future videos, I will talk about those things and about other people's experiences with my husband and how we were impacted by many, knowing that Angel impacted your life. He was a great man. He was very hardworking. He was very respectful. For a few years, we lived with my mom when we first got married. He used to work the night shift, so it was easier for me to stay at my mom's. And my mother says that she never had any issues with him. On the contrary, she had issues with me. She loves him so much, and now that he's in heaven, I know that he knows how much we love him. And although he's gone, he will always live on in my life, in my heart, in my children's lives, in our lives. And I'm just so grateful that I got him for as long as I did. I'm so grateful that I could say he was my husband and I was his. I'm so grateful that I can tell these great stories to our children and our children's children. And I believe and I know that he's in a better place now. I know that I mourn his loss. I grieve his absence here. I miss him. And I know that I will forever miss him. However, I know that I will see him again. And I just wanted to boast a little bit about who Angel was. And thank you for everyone who has told me your stories with him and your encounter with him. If you can just reach out to me, send me a text message, instant message me, or send me your phone number if I don't have it, so that I can have more other memories from other people's lives. It's one thing for me to tell you what my experience with him was, but it's something for you to hear other people's testimony on how Angel impacted their lives. Because I know that God used him in weird, awkward ways, in weird ways that you wouldn't think it was God. Just, hey, I got you for lunch this week, you get me next week. I mean, okay, thank you. Well, that's great, but in reality, it was God using him. God using him to bless someone. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Please like and share and subscribe and continue to follow Angel's story, because although he's gone from this earth, he will live on in our lives. And his 41 years on this earth impacted many lives. And I just want to be able to share that and continue his story. Thank you guys. God bless. Have a good evening. Good night.